When you run to people to report your wife to them, you're only exposing your wife's deficiencies. You're only exposing your wife's flaws. You're only exposing your wife's shortcomings. You're also exposing your wife's vulnerabilities. And that is something you shouldn't be doing. Is there anyone that does not have any shortcoming? That is a question you have to ask yourself as a husband. You, the husband, are you saying that you do not have your own shortcomings? So if you do have your own shortcomings, why would you want to broadcast the shortcomings of your wife to outsiders? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Transforming Marriages with Uju Onwuzulike. As usual, I'm thrilled to be your host. Today, I'll be discussing an important topic which I titled, Husbands, Stop Tarnishing the Image of Your Wife. Do you know that many husbands today have PhDs not in public policy, not in law, not in administration, not in information technology, or in other areas? They only have PhDs in tarnishing the image of their wives. It is a wrong thing to always run to people when you think your wife has done something wrong. It's a wrong thing to run to them, to report your wife to them. Why would you do that? No matter what you think that your wife has done. When you run to people to report your wife to them, you're only exposing your wife's deficiencies. You're only exposing your wife's flaws. You're only exposing your wife's shortcomings. You're also exposing your wife's vulnerabilities. And that is something you shouldn't be doing. Is there anyone that does not have any shortcoming? That is a question you have to ask yourself as a husband. You, the husband, are you saying that you do not have your own shortcomings? So if you do have your own shortcomings, why would you want to broadcast the shortcomings of your wife to outsiders? Why would you want to broadcast her flaws to people? Is that necessary? And a lot of men are fond of doing that. They will tell everybody that care to listen how bad they think their wives are, how wicked they think their wives are. This is something we need to stop doing. And let me also ask you this. The man you're always running to report your wife to, have you asked yourself, has that man come to you to complain? Same with his wife. I bet you the answer is no. Does it mean that that man's wife is a saint? Does it also mean that that man's wife doesn't have a flaw? I am not sure that is the case, because there's no one that doesn't have a flaw. But what that man is doing, or rather what that man is exhibiting, is what you are not exhibiting. That man is exhibiting what is called maturity, because it is only boys that will run to people. It's only boys that will run to their mom, their dad to complain about their friends. But matured people don't do that. And I know it is only matured people that should be getting married. So if you're a matured person and you're married, you're not supposed to report your wife to others. You're supposed to resolve the issues you have with your wife. You have to personally resolve those issues and stop running to people to demonize your wife. When you do that, you are giving people the permission not to respect your wife. When you run to people to report your wife to them, you're giving them the permission to always look down on your wife. They will never respect your wife. And what happens tomorrow when your wife repents, when she turns into a new leaf? Are you going to go back to them one by one to also tell them that my wife is now repented, that my wife is now a saint? So I don't want you to be doing that. I'm not encouraging you to be doing that. Stop telling people about your wife. If you have issues with your wife, what you need to do is to have the right manner of approach. And not having manner of approach is also something that is lacking into those marriages. When you have manner of approach, there's no message you will not be able to convey to someone. And with the right manner of approach, when you tell your wife something that you think she's not getting right, she is going to stop doing that. But a lot of times, we don't approach things rightly. We approach things not with the mindset of achieving results. We approach issues in a bid to reprimand, and that is a wrong thing to do. So I'm encouraging you today, when you have issues with your wife, when there are issues you need to resolve, have it at the back of your mind that you want to achieve results and not reprimanding her, right? When you have that at the back of your mind that I need to achieve results, what would that do to you? That will help you to have the right manner of approach. And when you speak to her rightly, she is going to turn into a new leaf. So in this video, I'm encouraging you to stop tarnishing the image of your wife. Your duty as a husband is not only to provide for her. Your duty as a husband is not only to care for her. Your duty as a husband is not only to be with her, but your duty as a husband also comprises you to ensure you protect her image. So keep protecting your wife's image. That is what you're supposed to do as a husband. Till I see you next, keep helping your spouses to be the best version of themselves and not the other way around. Enjoy the journey of your marriage.